Well, I am at the Meadows. I was here last night. Got here last night around 8 o'clock. I told everybody I wanted to bring the horses over that are qualifying because 3 of them are on Lasix and they have to get Lasix. Well, I would literally have to leave at 4:30 in the morning from Northfield to be here on time for Lasix. Just obviously made no sense. Now, it is supposed to start raining in the next 45 minutes. It's beautiful right now, but over the next... in the next 45 minutes, it is supposed to start raining, which is gonna suck. But you never know. It might miss us. It might be a little bit late. It might be enough, and it might not. I don't know. But eager and excited to go with these horses. I'd love to go with them on a fast track. That would be wonderful. But am eager to get them qualified this morning. Obviously, that's Pull the Shoes Lovers Play. Also is going to qualify, and Steel Cowboy and Wallop. All four of them are slated to qualify today. Now, very happy with what I saw yesterday at the track. Now I'll fast forward all the way to yesterday morning. I knew it was Monday morning. I thought it's supposed to pour all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday. You know, where are there any horses I want to go with? Just a little look at them. I did want to, and I did go with Arrowhead Hanover. Westland Warrior was one I wanted to go with. I got mixed reports. He's still wandering a bit. You know, still some discomfort there. I went with him yesterday, and he was all business. Very, very good. Trained awesome yesterday morning. I did train him. I trained him a mile and 38. But it was just more or less, I get over the half where I wanted to and just let him trot along, see how comfortable he was, see how much he was paying attention. Because these horses don't generally train by themselves. And if you want to see who's paying attention this time of year, train them by themselves. Just once, and you'll know. Usually they're looking to get out of work, and that's just baby stuff. That's just being a green trotter. And neither of those trotters were really looking to do that at all yesterday. Very mild. They just had to talk to them throughout the mile a couple of times down the backstretch where you generally pull the horses up. They started to coast over and just kind of talked to them, and they took off again, finished up their mile. I was really happy with both those horses. I went with a lot of horses. I went with Captain Incredible also. I didn't train him, but I went with him because I wanted to see how he was. I was very happy with how he looked. We had just got all the cork off of him last week. I am still planning to send him to Florida first time Doyle can take him down. I'd like to have him down there this week because April 20th is when Scott McEnany and a number of the trainers leave Florida. That will give us, about 6 weeks, I think, almost 7 weeks with him down in Florida. So that would be in I believe an interesting prospect for us, but at the same time one that I think will do him a lot of good. Obviously, it got me thinking after that, are there any other horses that might benefit for that? And I don't really see a whole lot of them there. There's none that really stick out to me where same type of situation. I think it's more of a big, strong colt on a half-mile track. You know, he is in a place where I'm happy, but I could see him improving. And I think a mile clay track over the next 6-7 weeks would definitely fit the bill. And again, I've never done this before, so I'm interested also. I'm intrigued to see how he is down there, how he progresses, and as importantly, how he comes back. He will be coming back to either the Northfield area, or we may just send him right down to finish off. If he's mature enough, may send him maybe a training partner down to Oak Grove with Eric, depending on how many horses we have down there. I do plan on Captain Incredible staying down there. I know a lot of people are saying, well, he's got Pennsylvania. He's probably going to do exactly what we did with Pickpocket last year. If everything goes according to plan, so to speak, I could see him staying predominantly down in Kentucky for the whole season, and a couple of horses will do that. So that is where I'm at with that. Now I got a long drive, and along the way I got to stop and watch Renegade Gypsy. I thought he raced well. Thought he was going to be a winner around the last turn. You know, that killer of from Indiana wasn't in there. I knew they're only going to allow him to race so much down there. He wasn't in there last night. Gypsy got a good trip and raced pretty good, finished second. I was happy with him. Very impressed with Spitfire overseas. And I think I want everybody just to take a look at the entire replay. Not the one that we post, that Kelly posts, but if you had the ability to look at the entire replay, take a look at it. You'll see what I'm talking about. He doesn't have that snap speed off the gate, right? He may develop it at some point. That is something that a horse can develop with comfort and understanding and confidence in themselves. But you got to watch him coming off the car, and then he had that late move to the front. 28 seconds. It took him all the way to get there, 28 seconds. But when he did, it's like that switch went off, right? And he took off, and I was really impressed with the horse last night, especially coming off, that outside draw. It's tough. I keep telling everybody, the 8-hole down there is tough. And he overcame it last night, and hopefully we can get away from those 8-hole draws in the future, as expected, because, what happens when you sell a couple of horses publicly, people notice, right? And I had a number of calls yesterday from a number of trainers, predominantly in Southern Ohio, asking if Spitfire was for sale, asking if we had other horses for sale. I said, not at the moment, but, we will be making some moves over the next 3 weeks. We're not done moving some horses out, because I do believe at some point we will be able to bring some horses in. There does appear to be quite a bit, a shortage of horses for sale, which puts us, if we are sellers at some point down the road again, puts us in a bit of a driver's seat, which is fine. I had said to everybody, we got a giant stable. We have a lot of horses coming behind us, and I think if we restructure our barn properly, what is on its way will determine. I guess that goes to the saying, but I can't think of a better way to put it. What we have coming behind us, both in sophomore horses this year and rookies on the move, I think will set the tone for what the stable will look like for years to come, and I hope so. I mean, obviously, put yourself in my shoes. When I started the stable, it wasn't to become this, right? It was to become a barn, and it was a nice barn. It was a great community atmosphere. It still is, but we have changed quite a bit, and I understand as we start to move and pivot, as I like to say, in a different direction, we are going to have people that maybe long for the days that were the stable at the start, but at the same token, yesterday is gone, and I'm always trying to look at what tomorrow could look like, and try and piece together and form the best tomorrow for everybody, all of you, myself, and Amy, and the barn, and just grow in a way that I talk about how people didn't believe that we could do this. I don't know that I could even look back and say that I thought that this was attainable in this time frame. So anyway, none of that matters. I was very proud of the way the horses raced yesterday. Happy with Gypsy, happy with Spitfire and White Tiger. I know I felt terrible. I keep telling people I don't want to rest him. I want to rest him during the summer, because he doesn't race his best during the summer. But he's last two starts, he did look a little lethargic, right? He did look a little tired, and Dominic and I talked about that last night. Still can't get the pus pocket out of, he was telling me he's having a bugger of a time getting the pus pocket out of Oakwood Cowboy, and it may jeopardize him qualifying this week. And, he was talking to me about Tiger, and he said, geez, he looked a little flat. I said, well, Dom, why don't we draw his blood before we just look at one possible scenario, that being him just being a little tired. Why don't we draw his blood and make sure there isn't something else going on? He did look rather impressive 3 starts back, winning at 53. Now, that doesn't matter. Every start, you turn the page and you look at, what was and what could be, and where is he right now? If he is tired and he needs a little rest, then we'll give him one. In the past, if we moved some horses like Tiger around, it would spark them back up. I would really like to get to May with him, and then shut it down for June and July, have him ready for the latter part of the summer. He doesn't do his best racing in the summer. His allergies bother him, and I believe that, but again, I can't just go and say, okay, it's May. If he needs a rest, we'll give him one. But I'm not going to jump to that conclusion just yet. I know a lot of people will look at one race, whether it be a horse not racing well or a horse not getting a great trip, and say, something's wrong. Just relax. We're not making any knee-jerk reactions. We still want to do the same investigating we would if a horse raced poorly and we were trying to figure out why. So I know it looks to me like he could be getting a little tired, but we're going to let Tigers tell that story, not Anthony, not anybody else. So blood work will be drawn on him today. I don't think we're going to pull the plug today. He probably should drop down a class now. I'm not racing him in the Open again. I can tell you that. I don't care if he goes for a truck ride. I'm not racing him against Amigo Volo again. So if that's where he has to race, then he'll maybe take a little trip maybe over here or Southern Ohio or something like that. I would like to see him if he was going to race in the earlier parts of the summer. I would like to see him in Oak Grove maybe also. So anyway, listen, a little bit of rambling. I was very happy with the way things are going. Excited to go with Pull the Shoes and Lovers Play, particularly today. We know what Wallop's all about. I'd like to see Steel Cowboy do a good job today. So I am excited to go with them. I told Tim I'd school a couple of horses. Hopefully, it doesn't look like rain's coming in the next 30 minutes to me, but hopefully we can miss the rain and finish the day off on a good note. We have Electric Line today. I think he's the only one going postward. So the rest of the week is going to look pretty busy, though. For today, trying our best to miss the rain and get our horses qualified, and then reassess how these horses qualify. So I'll bring you another video anyway after they qualify, just letting you know my thoughts on how my take on what took place today, and providing some insight into where we'll go with them in the future. So, bit of a long video, rambling a bit, but I got a lot on my mind still. Very happy with the way things are going thus far, except for my drink. My drink sucked today. The girl didn't make it right. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to make it better, but I know you don't make it like that. Anyway, take care. Bye.